Says I'm live. Let's see if it's actually telling the truth.
Do people just get notified and come on like ASAP Rocky or what?
Yeah. This is where I'm always confused. Like, where does it show? Like, where can I look at the live part to see if it's actually doing something? Like, I can't even, I don't see nothing on my channel yet. I got 6 people watching, so it's somewhere. I just gotta find it.
What, the comments?
No, the video.
Want to view the video?
Yeah, but like, hold on. Let's see if it's in here. It should say I'm online. This one. Good stream. Where it at? What? Why is it? Why did it drop down? All right, where is the video? Where is it at? Go to my channel. I literally cannot find it.
Clearly, it's up if people are watching it now.
I got 9 of
you.
you. 9 of you viewing.
10.
10. Is it broken? What is going on here?
If they can watch it now, there's 11. How could it be broken?
Because it's not showing me it's here. I cannot see it at all. Maybe if I go on my phone. It shows up on my phone. There we go. All right, I'll just disable the audio here. All right, what's going on, everybody? I can finally verify that I'm here and it's working. I don't know how well it's working. Whew. Finally. All right. So let's talk wrenches, right? If anybody wants to join in, any one of my boys wants to join in with a some video here, I'll send you an email. You can join my live. You know what I'm saying? You join my live stream. We can see you. We can see me. It'll be all copacetic. But here's what I wanted to talk about. If I can find this real quick. Wrenches. Okay, so I don't like Chinese wrenches. And there's a big reason I don't like Chinese wrenches. If you see, these are both Craftsman. I understand they're different sizes, but this is an American-made Craftsman. There we go. Made in USA. So this is 11 millimeter, and this is a Chinese Craftsman. If you can see, you notice there is no made in USA on the back of that. But the difference in these two wrenches is going to be absolutely this cross section here, the thickness of where the shaft here, or the beam of the wrench meets the head. So literally this little section right here, how thick that is. If you look on this Chinese one, look how thick that cross section is versus a bigger size American one. It's smaller. The American one is absolutely smaller than this 9mm, even though this is a bigger wrench. And that absolutely, takes effect on sometimes when you get into the larger wrenches, the size of that cross section actually interferes sometimes when you go to insert this on a bolt. Maybe you have your bolt up against something, and it affects the angle you're able to turn these on. So I don't like wrenches. I don't like Chinese craftsmen or Chinese wrenches that do this because of what? Because their metal is weaker. I don't know why they do this, but it's weird and I don't like it. So I took all of these out of my service van and I went to Napa Carlisle with the modified open ends here, and they are a lot better when it comes to the cross section. You know what I'm saying? Because these are both 9mm, and the cross section on this Craftsman is still a lot bigger, and I just don't like it. I don't like it. What's going on, Lone Star? It looks like who used to make Craftsman wrenches? Lone Star says it looks like Danaher. The most recent USA made Craftsman wrenches were Danaher made. They I don't know, before that there might have been a couple other suppliers, because Craftsman has a long history of supplying or getting their tools made by a bunch of different companies. But I think the last run of USA made wrenches were in fact Danaher. So someone in the Danaher group, whether that's KD or Armstrong, whoever was the USA made manufacturer back then. Stanley used to make their screwdrivers. Now, I do believe that Pratt Reed at one point made screwdrivers for Craftsman, and I actually don't know who makes the USA ones now. The ones with the ones that look the professional, the Craftsman Professional, they're usually red and black, and they have the 4 little indents on the top of the handle. Those are the same as Armstrong screwdrivers, and they are the same as SK screwdrivers. I assumed that they were Pratt Reed, but I could be wrong on that. MD Lee, it's not channel. MD Lee asks, what was the items that you said Channel Lock was rebranding overseas? Channel Lock is not rebranding any of their pliers. What they are rebranding is these same wrenches. So these same wrenches are available as Channel Lock, but only at Do It Best Hardware. So it's the only place you'll either online or Do It Best Hardware. It's the only place I've ever been able to find those Channel Lock wrenches. But they are in fact the same company that makes this wrench for Carlisle. They're called Infar. And if you search Infar, it's INFAR, Taiwan. If you search that, their website will come up and you can see all the products that they make. Yes, I liked Craftsman, the USA. There's no Is this it? Yeah, there's no issue with the USA Craftsman. Now, if you even on the beam of the wrench, you can clearly tell a difference. This smaller Chinese Craftsman wrench is thicker than this larger. It's not the whole thing, but specifically this part is thicker than this larger USA made wrench. And that's why I think Craftsman, kind of messed up. They went straight to China. They should have, at least went to Taiwan at first. And I think that might have been because they had a contract with Danaher, and Danaher went Chinese, and they just had no choice than to continue with who was they were getting their stock from. So I don't know. I don't know what the actual reason they went straight Chinese, but they should have went Taiwanese first. Yeah, Chris Jones, no local tool supplier has the channel lock Carlisle copies. Yes, they are the exact same. They're not copies per se. They're just another company rebranding the same wrench. If you get what I'm saying. Colin Creech says, do you know anything about the FOD ratchets from Snap-on? So, or do you mean foreign object debris? Is that what you mean? MD Lee, I wasn't trolling RJ. I wasn't trying to troll RJ. I was just letting him know. At first, I was letting him know, I'm saying, I had to be honest in my video. And then second, I was honestly asking him if he was going to be if his company was going to be one of those companies that brings other Japanese products to America, because I would support that absolutely, because I love a lot of Japanese products. I just what are we getting at here? Rebrand? Oh, someone's rebranding Snap-on ratchets? Huh. No, I've never even heard of that. But James Landez is Dow here? No. I wasn't trying to troll him at all. But these are a Japanese wrench to drive my point home, that the Chinese wrenches are pretty much inferior to any other wrench. This is a really thin wrench. Okay, it's a 10 millimeter. And if I bring this Chinese one up, it's still so much larger. That cross section is just ridiculous, and I hate it. So these are made by KTC. This is a Japanese bicycle wrench. I guess that's what they call it. They have flowers all over it or something. If you can see, it says here, Kyoto design. If I can get that to focus at all. Nope, doesn't want to do it. There we go. Kyoto design. Made in Japan. Actually says the part number right there, MSB-10T. But like these are the cross section much better than a Chinese wrench. So I'll leave it open to you guys. Whatever you guys want to ask, whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, these are pretty sweet wrenches. I got the 8 millimeter. I got the 10 and the 8 millimeter, and they are just really thin wrenches. Give you a comparison. USA Craftsman here. What's this one? 11. We'll put the 10 up. And there's a really thin wrench. Lone Star. Colin Creech, or we'll answer Colin Creech first. FOD means foreign object debris, I think, is what most companies mean by it. James Landis, yes, KTC, Kyoto Tool Company, is the parent company to Nipros. How do I feel about the Colton Custom says, how do I feel about the Carlisle wrenches? I love those things. The only thing you got to keep in mind with the Carlisle wrenches is that you got to know what standard you're using. If you try to use metric on an SAE fastener, you might get the wrench stuck on the bolt because of the way the teeth are in there. Because of the way the teeth are, you may get the wrench stuck on a SAE fastener if you're using the wrong standard. But other than that, if you're using the right one, I mean, these things grab like nobody's business. Actually, in my opinion, these are like Snap-on. Like, this company must have set out to like mimic Snap-on, because when it comes to dimensions, they're pretty damn close. They're pretty damn close. And there's other YouTubers that have done videos on how close these wrenches are to Snap-on wrenches. But yeah, I love these things. Justin Dow, you said, how much do those wrenches go for? Which wrenches are you talking about? The KTC ones or the Carlisle ones? What are you talking about there? Lone Star Auto says, I found a Ghidorah wrench today made in India. Well, unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if you know this, Lone Star, but the Indian Ghidorah wrenches are not of quality at all. You can pick up a whole set for $30. Many people in many forums have, gone off about the Ghidorah wrenches, the made in India Ghidorah wrenches specifically, and that they just don't hold up. They're not as good as any tool should be at all. So if you see Ghidorah on a wrench and it's made in India, it's just know that it's not worth a single penny. MD Lee, I did not move. I just this is my living room, so I used to do it in the bedroom, but my computer took a poop. My Linux computer took a poop, and I'm currently using my desktop computer to live stream from, but the webcam is attached to my laptop, which I was going to use to look at your guys' comments, but it's not. It's not showing me the video. It's still not showing me the video. Hey, Nick Windsor, what's going on? I thought I answered you, Coldens. I think I'm behind. I've never tried. Let me get caught up here real quick. Devin Koger, do you like Duralast wrenches? No, I haven't even tried Duralast wrenches yet. So I have no opinion on them yet. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. What's going on, Nick Windsor? I sent you an email a while ago. I know it was a little late, but I did send you an email. Dow, the Japanese wrenches cost me, I think, like $6 a piece. They weren't that expensive. It might have been $8 per wrench. They weren't that expensive. I thought they were pretty cool, so I ordered them. I wish they came in a set, though. I don't think they offer that many of these. But I haven't, really looked into uh, getting a set yet. So I don't really know. The place I bought them from only had 3, I think. Yeah, Colton Customs is the one that did the video on the Carlisle, the dimensions on the Carlisle versus the snap-on wrenches. So check out Colton Customs. Check out his video. You'll see that these Carlisle wrenches come pretty close to the snap-on wrenches, not in teeth design, but in every other dimension. I think on length, they're a little shorter, but pretty much every other dimension, they're close as ever. Carlisle wrenches, I think for a whole set, they're going to set you back like $160. And I know that's like expensive. Most people say that's expensive for non-American made wrenches. But if you look at the price of American made wrenches at its current point, even from non-tool trucks, you'll see that a wrench set will run you like $200, $300, from SK, something like that, a full wrench set. So the Napa Carlisle, I think the 15-piece set is like $160. Yeah, these actually, what I think is that here we go. I don't know how to say your. There we go. Linear Tech HD HBD. If Craftsman they had these wrenches without this raised panel, because the beam of the wrench is pretty smooth. It's just not like full polished. It has sort of a semi, almost like this. These are not the same. This is more of a smooth finish, and this is more of a like rougher industrial finish on this beam, and this beam is kind of smooth. I think if they had shaved this raised panel off here and made them longer, they would have sold a ton of these. People would have loved them, and they would have never switched to China. Field D12, yeah, you can put a lot of torque. You can't put a lot of torque on these, obviously, but in a tight spot where you need to turn something that is as small as an 8, you know what I'm saying? This is an 8 mm. It'll get the job done because it'll reach thinner places that regular wrenches couldn't. Sorry I'm behind, guys. I'm trying to answer you guys as fast as possible. Brandon says, I like right grip wrenches. I wish I could have the same sentiment. It looks like something I would like. Looks like something I would love, actually, but I don't have any yet. I wish I, took the plunge and bought some of those, but I haven't yet. Code Custom, Napa has a full set of Carlisle metric 8 to 24. Now that for 230. See, I haven't seen them for that price. I didn't know they were that high yet. Maybe they raised them on me. Last time I checked, they were a lot lower. I gotta get caught up here on you guys. Whoa, whole page. Yes. Tom Gunn, China Craftsman wrenches are even thicker. They suck. Yes, they do suck. I hate those wrenches. It's okay, Dow. It's okay, Dow. We go live with you another time. Oh, I got a call coming in. Hold on, guys. Who's this? Wow.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
I thought I'd try to see if I could do the Google Hangout with you. I know that I couldn't really go live and didn't know what my time frame would be. But
I gotta send you an email if you want to. If you could join this the same way you did this.
Okay.
I just have to send you an email.
Okay.
So
I got the Google Hangouts on my phone, so
yeah, you'll just have to. What's the email for that?
iDesertAutoCare@gmail.com.
Would you say I?
No, high, like getting high, HIGH.
Okay.
Desert Auto Care.
All right, you ain't put two S's in there, did you?
Nope. DESERT. And then autocare@gmail.com.
All right.
I know I got you on the Google Hangout thing, so.
Yeah, if when you get that email, just click on that and it'll join you in.
All right, cool. I'll check it out.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right. Oh, geez. What is going on? 34 watching. I wish I could see this on my laptop. It's I don't know what's going on. Yeah, linear tech. That's what I'm saying. When you have cheaper steel that's porous and not good quality, you probably have to resort to techniques like this to make it comparable to something like this. Your dimensions will be thicker because your steel is weaker. That's my theory on why this is thicker. You know, because they're China. You know what I'm saying? They can copy whatever they want to. You know what I'm saying? If they have the means to do it, they just won't. And I think that's why. Oh,
Hey, what's up, man?
it's Dow. We got Dow in here.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
I had to download the Gmail app. That was it.
Oh man. Oh man.
So
Well, yeah. What's
right on. I was like, well, shit, we're waiting for buses.
oh
I knew you wanted to go live, and I was like, well, shit. I would go live with you, but I got the military training thing, and I didn't know we were really going to be waiting for buses this long. So here I am.
Yeah, what do you say about the thickness of this wrench here?
For the Craftsman? Or
Yeah.
the Craftsman one, look, back in the day, the thickness was what you wanted because there was more face on the bolt. But now
No, not the thickness like this, but how thick this cross section is right here.
Oh, I guess
If
I
you
never
see,
really gave it too much thought.
yeah, if you look, I was saying this earlier in a video. This is a Chinese wrench. This is a 9mm.
It's like they
This
just
is
kind of stopped.
Yeah, this is a American wrench. And it's
Deeper. It's deeper.
yeah, the cross section here is thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the American-made one, so I guess I never really decided to look at the Chinese-made version. But now
Yeah,
that you compare that, yeah, I couldn't see buying them. I'd have to go with something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, that's why I had to switch over. I had to find someone to switch over to, and it was the Napa Carlisle.
I do like those gear wrenches pretty good. I haven't tried the Napa Carlisle ones yet, though.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true with the gear wrench either. I've never even seen it. Like, I don't have regular gear wrenches. I don't think I've ever seen them in person.
Right. And I think that I was going to do a full review on the wrenches that I got, but I haven't gotten around to that video yet. I wanted to try to slam out a video before I left. So I did one of the Alltel pocket reader. It's okay, but wrench-wise, I still got to do the review on the gear wrenches, but those things are awesome, dude.
Yeah?
I get some weird angles with them. Like I had it like a 45-degree angle off the head of a bolt, and I was still able to turn the bolt with the wrench. And I was like, man, no other wrench could I have ever gotten at that kind of an angle, because it was so weird of an angle that I should have rounded it. But I was in one of those kind of funny spots,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I wonder where they're made.
My guess is either Taiwan or in the US. That's my guess.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to look at the stamping when I get back to the house, though.
See, most places, wow, there it is. All right.
That's my guess.
Really? I had to reboot my whole web browser to get it to come up.
Those bicycle wrenches, though, that you had, the thin ones from Japan, those things are pretty legit. They look pretty strong.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, there's no offset on the back.
I was doing some catch-up video watching today, and I saw that you got a whole mess of tools from that place. And I was like, man, what a bunch of – you got like a bargain steal there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Old school American-made stuff.
Yeah, that was the Hamiltons. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go on there with a lot of the tools.
Yeah, they had to. Next time I go, I'm gonna record a video, because that place was crazy. It was like a shut down apartment building. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, this tool place was the whole apartment building, so every room was full of tools. Full.
Like just tables of them.
No, like tables, walls hanging from the ceiling, like everything. Full of tools.
Nice.
It was like they were tool hoarders, and they were like selling all of it, like in a whole apartment building. It was crazy.
Sure we'll be there one day. You and I. We'll be those guys with that big ass room full of tools that we're like, okay, I guess they're for sale now because we bought them and did reviews on them, and we're done.
Yeah, I wish.
That's cool, man. So what else is going on tonight? What are we talking about other than the wrenches that you just got?
I don't know, man. I was kind of, you know what I'm saying, seeing what you guys wanted to talk about. Now, I actually recently found out some information, okay? You ever heard of Matco pinless impacts?
Pinless, yes.
Yes.
I've never used one or seen one, but I've heard of them.
You heard they're good? How about you guys in the comments?
I don't know. I know the pinless sockets are supposed to be the bee's knees. I don't know about the pinless impact. So maybe
Yeah,
some.
they're pinless. Yeah, impact swivels.
Yeah, the pinless swivels look like they're the bee's knees. I personally don't own any, but I'm sure that somebody in the comments does because I've seen a lot of toolbox tours, and people are saying that they have the Matco pinless style. So I'd be curious to see if one of them will chime in and tell us how good they are.
So I found out that those pinless impact swivels are actually made because, you know, Matco used to be Danaher. They were made by Armstrong.
Okay.
So they are also available as Armstrong, and they are also available as, oddly enough, Craftsman.
It never ceases to amaze me the amount of information that you know about tools. I swear to God. I always thought that, you know what? This is how I describe it. And I'm like, well, I'm like Tim the Toolman Taylor, and you're like Al Borland, bro.
I can't be the dude that looks over the fence.
Yeah, no. Remember his assistant in the tool videos when they do the tool talk?
Yeah.
He's like, well, actually, Tim, this is who makes the tool, and this is who really made it to begin with back on this day. And I'm like, Al, all right, let's put it to the power test. Let's do this.
Oh man.
Definitely Al Borland. You even got the beard.
Yeah, and a hat, kind of.
That's right. That's awesome. So I can't view the chats while I'm doing the hangout with you, so you have to let me know what the guys are asking.
Yeah. I've heard some of the pinless are the same as Craftsman, says Patrick Clark Barnes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Craftsman, the Armstrong, and the Matco pinless swivel impact sockets are literally the same.
Well, I think we need to find a comparison video now.
there's no need.
If I can't get one Matco pinless socket for you, and you'll have to see if you can't find the Craftsman one from one of those at the Hamilton store.
Hey man, listen. The way things are is that, like, generally people don't like know this information. That's why I'm telling you guys.
From one of those at the Hamilton store.
So the Armstrong versions are like almost probably they're expensive as the Matco ones, pretty much.
Right.
But if you look at Craftsman ones, they're way cheaper. Way cheaper. Yeah. And it's honestly the same socket. It's the same exact socket.
They're both made in China or what?
No, they're all made in America.
Even though the most of the Craftsman ones are made in China now?
Yes, the Craftsman pinless swivel impacts, okay, are made in America. I don't even know if they still offer them, but you can find them on eBay.
Oh, no shit.
They are the same socket as the Matco pinless swivel impacts and the Armstrong pinless swivel impacts.
Now, is Armstrong really going out of business?
Armstrong is done. They're done.
Okay, as of this year or something.
Now that there's a little confusion with that. Now in the statement, they didn't say that they were shutting down the plant. They said they were laying off half of the employees. So apparently the plant is still running. So they still have suppliers. So they're still making tools in America. Apex is, but not with a Armstrong or Allen name.
Okay.
So they're probably, you know, making tools for Matco, making tools for Craftsman, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So Armstrong and Allen are done. And that's a shame because that's Apex's last American-made tool brand.
I had to hang on to that one Armstrong ratchet that was in that box of randomness just to do a comparison video of the Armstrong ratchet. Then there was a proto ratchet. And I've got like a couple different types of ratchets because Chong Han sent me that Carlisle one, the 1/4 inch and the 3/8. And then I've got the Matco and the Snap-on one. So I'd be interested in doing like a comparison video of all three. But it's going to be difficult because a couple of the ones that I have are like locking flex heads. And the other ones, they're swivel action. And then the two that I got, like the Proto and the Armstrong, they're straight head design. So
Yeah,
kind of hard.
it's a little hard to compare ratcheting wrenches when there's all kinds of types of ratcheting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Teeth
easy.
count.
What's that?
Gotta be the teeth count on the ratchets though has to be pretty close, right? Everyone's doing 72 to 88 teeth ish, somewhere in there. Like that Duralast ratchet from last night, that was 72 teeth. Snap-on for the most part is 72 to 80 teeth, and then Matco does 88 tooth. Husky does 100 tooth. So it's crazy because they all kind of feel the same yet different.
Yeah. Now it's weird with what did you say, gear wrench or Matco?
Matco?
Yeah, it's weird with Matco because Matco it stands for Mac Allied Tool Company. They were a supplier to Mac Tools before 1979. But somewhere along the line, they got bought out by Danaher. Danaher owned the entire Apex. That's gear wrench, KD, Allen, Armstrong, all of that. They owned all of it, even Matco. So after a while, they got rid of Matco, or they kept Matco and they got rid of Apex completely. So there were years where Craftsman, Gear Wrench, and Matco were all the same tools for the most part. If they're American made, they're going to be the same tool with a different name, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I wish they would have kept the heavy knurl that Mac offers, though. They didn't. They got away from it. They started going to the smooth handles, smooth extensions.
On the what?
On the extensions and the ratchets. Like Mac is notorious for having a really heavy, depthy knurl to their extensions as well as their ratchets. And Matco, when Matco first came out, they went with the smooth handle design, which is the same design that Snap-on had. And my guess was that's because they were trying to be competitive. And I believe Matco came out with the Comfort Grip first amongst the truck leading companies. It might have been Mac. Mac might have had the first Comfort Grip, but it was too wide and really uncomfortable in the hand. Matco made an hourglass shape, and then Snap-on came out with their version. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, for the longest time, since Danaher owned those brands, like they had like different tiers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So Matco was the tool truck. Armstrong was the professional industrial stuff, of course. Then you had KD was your consumer level, right?
Right.
So they had those tiers, and that's what I think was happening there. They made some variations in the same stuff to supply to different markets.
Gotcha.
But this all ended in like 2012.
Yeah, crazy turnaround with the tool companies, I swear, over the years.
Yeah, if you actually go back in the history of what Danaher actually owned at their at their peak, like the amount of companies is ridiculous. They had, along with all the brands in Apex, they also had Bonnie, her brand, Utica, Eastco. Like it's ridiculous how many brands they actually had.
Now I remember you saying in your video that Bonnie was one of your favorite tool companies. Where did that start?
Bonnie, I don't really know where they started, but I like Bonnie.
Where did your love for that company start?
It came from searching forums and seeing like if you go on eBay and you search Bonnie tools, now you will find a ton of tools. Bonnie actually supplied. This is another thing that ties in with Danaher. They supplied Matco with wrenches for a long time. So if you find older American-made Matco angle wrenches, those are most likely Bonnie. Older the dual end flare nut wrenches with the open end and then the flare nut on the other side.
Right.
The Matco versions USA made were Bonnie. So Bonnie, they just like for what they were back then, their tools were like absolutely amazing quality for, you know, having shut down in like the mid 90s.
Did you ever catch that video stamp where they had a picture stamp of Matco, the Silver Eagle logo over the top of a Husky logo? And do you think that there might be a chance that Husky could very well be made by the same plant that the Matco ratchets and wrenches are produced?
That is a likely scenario, but it depends on where, if it's because Matco has different lines. They have the ADV, they have the Silver Eagle, and then they have the regular stuff, right?
Yep.
So the Silver Eagle stuff is going to be like, I think that's the Chinese stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that is. That's the Chinese or Taiwanese brand, or no, Chinese, right? Because their regular lineup is Taiwanese, right?
No, I thought the ADV was the Taiwanese stuff.
That very well could be.
So, Husky was, let's see here. They were part of New Britain. If you watched my other video, what was it? My first pawn shop haul. Yeah.
I'll have to go back and rewatch because I
yeah. Husky was part of New Britain, and so was Blackhawk.
Okay.
So Stanley bought both of those brands, and I guess they didn't see a need for Husky, so they after a while at first licensed it to Home Depot, and then later in return for shelf space for Stanley Tools. So after I think it was 5 years, they transferred the Husky name to Home Depot.
Gotcha. Okay. So there's a good possibility that double stamping could mean that the Chinese branded Huskies and Silver Eagle sets are made from the same plant.
Yes, there's absolutely no, yeah.
I've
There's
been telling everybody ever since I saw that the Husky was pretty much
yeah, it depends on who you're what you're buying from Matco, because Matco, I talked to one time I did that Matco catalog. I had a little conversation with the dealer there, and he said that they're trying to be a little cheaper than the other tool truck offerings, and that's intentional. You know what I'm saying?
It's happening for sure. Everyone's feeling it. They're all pissed off about it too, because it used to be succession of order was Snap-on was the most expensive, then Matco, then Cornwell, and then of course shopping online or shopping out of a retail store such as like an auto parts store or Home Depot. Those were like the cheapest ways to get it, you know, Harbor Freight, etc. Now Matco is almost just as expensive, if not more expensive in some cases than Snap-on is, which is sad, because they were really like one of my favorites there for a while. But Cornwell is like my new favorite, because Jeff is kind of like you and I, where he's a happy middleman, where he knows who makes it, who rebranded it, how much it really goes for, how much he's actually making on the top end. You kind of know all that. And if he says, you know, this costs X amount, and this is how much I'm charging for it, you could look it up on Amazon and know that that's exactly what the price difference is. So that's why I like Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cornwell has a little more freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because they offer tools from like literally everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you can go on a Cornwell truck, and even though Cornwell actually manufactures wrenches, they will sell you a wrench set from someone else.
Yeah. Yep.
It's weird. Whereas, you know, on a Matco truck, you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have it on a Snap-on truck neither.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I haven't seen a Mack truck.
I had those double box and ratchet wrenches from Matco.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite. Not my favorite. They're They're a favorite until they stop working or they have a glitch. Then they're not my favorite. I already need one of them out because one of the ratcheting ends stopped ratcheting. And now what I'm finding with them is that they'll bind up where you know where you can grab the ratchet with your finger and move the wrench and you know which way's left and right if it's the double-sided.
Yeah.
You got to flip it. Well, on these, it'll be seized up until you get onto a bolt. And then when you go to turn it, if it has a little bit of pressure, then it'll start to ratchet. And I'm like, that it shouldn't be doing that. So it'll do that every once in a while. So definitely not my most favorite. And I probably spent as much, if not a little bit more on those than I did the Snap-on double box and 0 offset ones. And those ones have no ratchet on them.
Yeah. I think the gear wrench and those ones are the same.
That's what I was thinking too, because a lot of gear wrench has a lot of similarities to what Matco makes. And
yeah, because it goes back to the Danaher thing, because gear wrench was part of Apex and they absolutely were under the same name.
You know, it'd be cool as if you could, and if you can't, then let me know, and I'll do it when I do some wrench and ratchet kind of comparison deals. Try to put a link in the description when we get off the live feed to the gear wrench ratchet wrenches so people know where to go on the Amazon store for those, because I think I paid $230 for the Matco ones. I paid $175 for the 0 offset Snap-on that are non-ratcheting. I'm sure that gear wrench is probably like $75, $80 for a full double box and ratcheting wrench set. I'm sure of it. They've got to be less than $100.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Gear wrench is not really that expensive. Have you seen a gear wrench truck at all?
No, I haven't. Rumor has it that there's one driving around, but I've never seen one.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend's dad said he's seen one somewhere here in Pittsburgh. So I've never seen one here.
Maybe it was a delivery truck. I don't know.
Yeah. But apparently they do have tool trucks that are running around.
Oh,
now.
Shit.
Yeah. I think they're called the Gear Wrench Street Team.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, they're gonna get a lot of support from the public.
Let's see here. We got a couple questions. Tom Gunn says all my ratchets are from the 80s and early 90s. How many teeth would they be?
32.
Yeah, you'd most likely have a lower tooth count. The high tooth counts is more of a recent revelation in the tool industry. Even other companies
was notorious for that 32 tooth count.
Yeah.
And that was when they were considered to be the bee's knees.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We had another question. Oh, linear tech says Husky ratcheting wrenches or gear wrench. Now that may be the truth, because I do notice some similarities between the Husky and the gear wrench stuff. But
I think that goes into affordability almost.
Yeah, it's a little weird because Husky used to be part of Stanley, and then gear wrench is from a completely opposite end of the spectrum. Used to be under Danaher, but now they're Apex. Did you know that Apex is owned by Bain Capital?
I didn't even know about Apex till you told me about them.
Yeah, Apex. I'm gonna take a look right here for you.
I would say, my opinion,
I'm gonna run down
gear wrench because
I'm gonna run down the list for you.
All right. Because I've had mine for 7 years, and I love those gear wrench ratchet wrenches that I got. They just keep kicking ass.
I'm drawing a blank right now. So I'm gonna run down a list of who owns the entire Apex. Is what I'm gonna gotta run down. List. Found a site. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Apex Tool Group. They're currently owned by Bain Capital. Yes, before you comment, that is the company that Mitt Romney started or was a part of. So Apex Tool Group is Weller, Seda, that's South America. Wiss or Weiss, the snips. Campbell or Campbell or Campbell.
Campbell?
Nickel, yeah, Campbell.
I don't know if I've heard of them.
It's spelled Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah. Nicholson, Cleco, Gear Wrench, Armstrong, Crescent, Dotco, Lufkin, Excelite. What is that? Quackenbush, Apex, Jacobs, Belzer, DGD, KNF, Recoles, Medtronics, HKP, Jobbox, Master Power, Air Tool, Mail, Plum, Utica, Allen, Diamond, ERIM, Delta.
Hey, Jaron, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But I got the 20% rule. My phone's dying.
All right.
So stay in touch. Great live stream. Thanks for taking me in for a call. And yeah, dude, cool. Rock and roll. I'll talk to you when I get back to paradise.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
We'll see you later.
Take care. Peace.
Peace. MD Lee, yeah, Mitt Romney is deep in the tool game. I don't think Mitt Romney's actually a part of Bain Capital anymore. I think he left and sort of went off in his own direction. Yeah, Linear Tech, yeah, Apex, yeah, they own a lot of stuff. And if you consider that Apex was part of Danaher before, so that would have meant Danaher had all of that, plus Matco, plus Fluke, plus Tektronix. So they were literally swimming in tool brands. Yeah, I said that first, I think. Weller. MD Lee, what picture? What picture? Colton's. No, I haven't seen the double ratcheting wrenches. Like ratchet on both sides, zero offset. Well, wow. Colton Customs is giving away a 6-piece set of where we got ratcheting, double ratcheting wrenches for his 100 sub giveaway. So sub to him and, you know, go check out his giveaway. Bob, how's it going, Bob? I didn't even notice you were in here. You need to send me a pic of your Armstrong ratchet so you can rebuild it. Rebuild kits are getting pretty pricey. Pretty pricey on those rebuild kits from Armstrong. Yes, Linear Tech. I have used the Vim quarter-inch drive hex bits one piece. Yes, they're pretty good. In fact, Cornwell, if you are familiar with a Cornwell truck, Cornwell's who makes those. Like Vim is who makes those for Cornwell. OSO 503. Any tools from North Korea or Russia? I think there are Russian tools, but they're pretty like rudimentary. Never heard of anything from North Korea. I mean, there may be more tools to offer from Russia, but who knows? Who really knows? John Erickson, Do you know what happened to Mac tool trucks? I think what's happening with Mac is that a lot of the franchisees, because they're all franchise dealers, they're losing their businesses, or they're not, or they're quitting or switching jobs, and they're not choosing to drive their routes anymore. So that's what's happening. There's less Mac tools, less Mac tool trucks actually out there. So I've only seen one or two Mac trucks in my area where I have recognized that there are at least 6 different Snap-on trucks in my same area. That's a pretty old ratchet, Bob. 1957 Snap-on ratchet. You'd have to talk to the junkie on that one or something, because I don't I don't really know too much about, because the internals of the newer Snap-on ratchet were a little iffy to me. I'm not used to that much complexity in a ratchet. I'm used to, just a spring, a pawl, and a gear. But they got, washers and shims and all kinds of stuff. Got to make sure the paws are both in a slot at the bottom. It's rebuild nose was not fun. No German tool reviews. I have never used a Ghidorah spanner. All right, so here's one I can elaborate on. Favorite tool brand 1 to 5. Can I use old tool brands as well? Like tool brands that are shut down? Can I do that? Because number 1, my favorite tool brand, I would have to say it's kind of hard for me because I like research all kinds of tools all over the world. My favorite tool brand, number 1 would be PB Swiss. Number 2 would be KTC. Number 3 would actually be Ghidorah, followed by number 4. Number 4 and 5, I'm gonna have a tough time with. I'm gonna have to say Bonnie in that slot, and number 5 would be. Now you guys are gonna be shocked by this. Snap-on. So that's my 1 to 5, including retired brands as well. What do you? Offset extensions from Bonnie? No, I haven't. That sounds like something I'm gonna have to search when I'm done with this. MD Lee, there's a thread on Garage Journal about Silver Eagle and Husky. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll search that. I'll search that later, MD Lee. Colden's, no. Carlisle would have to be, if we're talking about price, bang for buck, Carlisle. I would put that in my favorite. If I was not able to include fallen tool brands, Bonnie would be out of there and Carlisle would be in its place. And yes, I know that means it's above Snap-on, but for the price of which you get the tool for, much less than Snap-on, and the fact that there's literally Nappas everywhere, I don't see why not. Snap-on is in the number 5 slot primarily because of the price. They're the highest priced American tools out there. So Uh, Frederick. Bonnie used to make Matco's wrenches, the WCL series wrenches. Yes, yes, I knew that. I actually have a Guns, a couple Bonnie tools from Matco in my toolbox. The open end on one side and the flare nut on the other is what I have from Matco, and they are actually made by Bonnie. So I knew a little bit of that, and I've noticed that some of the older Matco angle wrenches are made by Bonnie as well. What do you think of Fuzzy Wuzzy says, what do you think of the Jap brand Junkie has been buying? They seem really nice. I forget the name. That will be Nipros. I actually told Junkie about that brand because I actually bought a ratchet from that brand before he did. They are, I want to say, they're made by KTC, okay? And I want to say they're like the nicest stuff in the world. As far as like quality, if you get what I'm saying. Like if you buy that stuff, understand there's not going to be a single flaw in it, and it's going to work every day, day in and day out. You know, like a bunch of other tools, but the level of the chrome combined with the quality of the Japanese steel is just outstanding. German tool reviews. Bonnie does not make tools anymore. They were part of her brand in Utica, so that got sold to Danaher, and Danaher shut most of those brands down. And yes, they would be the same as Bonnie Tool and Forge in PA. I think that was one of their plant locations, but it's a shut down place now. So just like that, I'm caught up. I'm caught up, guys. I'm caught up. Keep them comments rolling then. Any questions you want to have? Any questions you want to throw at me? Go right ahead. Ask me whatever you want. You know, any tools, any tools. If you want to donate to the channel, go right ahead. If you don't, that's fine too. German tool reviews. I have had a chance to use the Stavilla. I think that's how you say it, Stavilla. It's weird because all their E's are a sound, but I was confused by MD Lee's comment here. I don't know. You talk about Alex Jones' channel, but I've used the Stavilla ratchet, or not ratchet, wrenches yet, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty thin. I'm going to do a video on them, and it's just going to be, you know, a video of me talking, and, you know, I'm in that regular video, I'm just going to put some Stavilla history like I normally do in there, so you guys can get a look at that. But that's what I'm waiting on. German tool reviews. Usually what I do is I have, when I get tools, they sit in my house until I do a video. So it gives me an incentive to do a video and get the tools out of my house so I can use them eventually. Yeah, MD Lee, I don't know what you're talking about. Alex Jones channel, like on YouTube, I've heard of that, but Fuzzy Wuzzy, if it's the Alex Jones I think he's talking about, it's a I want to say he's a conservative, like he's a real loudmouth conservative that has a YouTube channel. Pretty much. That's pretty much sums up him, I think. Yeah, German tool reviews. I'm that same way. Those engineer pliers, I got those. Let's see. If I go to, I'll tell you exactly when I got those pliers right now. $59. I bought those engineer pliers December 28th of last year. So just after Christmas. Just after Christmas, I bought that pair of engineer pliers. How far am I from PNC Park? I am about, it depends, Bob. Since I live in a city, traffic varies. Doesn't matter if it's a weekday, a week, or a weekend. All that matters is if it's day or night. At night, I'm probably 20 minutes away from PNC Park. In a day, a good 40 minutes. Let's see if I can go back and answer some of these questions I missed, maybe, if it goes back that far for me. Phil D12 said, "What about Tecton wrench sets? I've never have touched a Tecton wrench set. That'd be a better question for Bruce Allen to see what he thinks about the Tecton stuff. I know he has a couple videos on them, but." Wow. I missed that comment. MD Lee said, "I went into a Napa the other day to check prices on Carlisle wrenches. The sales lady told me it would be simpler for her to slap me in my face and take $100 from me." Well, I mean, if that's how you feel, man, or if that's how she feels, man, that's crazy. Uh, okay, Bob Kinsley. I'm not in the New Ken area. I'm more towards Homestead. If you know where that is, the waterfront. That's pretty close to me. MD Lee says Alex Jones is a libertarian and he hates George W. Bush. Maybe true. I don't know much about Alex Jones. He says he has the documents on W and Obama flat Earth. I don't know. Chris Jones says Tecton wrenches remind me of Pittsburgh Pros. Hey, they might be. You never know when brands these days rebranding and getting their tools from wherever. So it could be one and the same thing. So what's going on in the rest of the YouTube universe? What's any good channels I should check out? Anything? How much we got? How many we got watching right now? 38 of you guys are riding with me right now. That's crazy. And I got 32 likes. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm just trying to, with this channel, I'm just trying to give you guys information so you can go out in the world and be informed consumers and not buy rubbish or garbage just because it has a certain name on it. That's all I'm trying to do here. Dutch the diesel technician. What's he got? And if you guys, I don't some of you guys, I don't know if you guys actually have a YouTube channel, and I haven't seen any of your stuff. Bob, so if Bob, you have a channel, I'm going to check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out. Dutch the diesel technician. What does he do? Mike's tool reviews has pretty good content. German tool reviews says. Blitz Max is a fun channel. I'm gonna keep all of this stuff up, so I write it, I keep it. I might like zoom into this and like take a screenshot or something. Al Borland. Patrick Clark Barnes. Yeah, I have checked out the tool equivalent thread on Garage Journal. It was somewhat incomplete for me, so I started doing research on my own. I rarely ever check that anymore. Anytime, like there are certain brands that I know that it's most likely that they're made by this company, and it's most likely that they're made by this company. So, case in point, if you look at Cornwell's catalog, what they do is put the part number, like put the part, like the company name will be the first two initials. So with if they wanted to rebrand a KTC wrench, their part number would be KT and then MSB 08T. Like that's all they do is take the supplier's initials, put it in front of their original part number, and put it in their catalog. So you can find a lot of stuff that's actually made by other people just simply by looking through the Cornwell's catalog. Are you telling me Bill's T Max, Carlson, Anderson? Who needs a blue wrench? Bob, let's see how you do this. How do you do that? So that's another channel to check out. How do you blue wrench, you guys? Oh, it comes up with a little thing. Add moderator. There it is. Bob, you're now a moderator. Now, see, I got to tell you something. I got to let you guys know that I'm not going to be as generous with moderators as everyone else is. Moderating literally everyone. Only the people who I see that, have a solid mind and have constructive comments, and the people that I see time after time, those people will become moderators on this channel here. I don't know, Fuzzy. I don't know, Fuzzy. Some of you could like the comment you just posted, man. I'm gonna read this aloud, and we'll let the community decide if you can be a moderator. Okay. Fuzzy Wuzzy says, I was at the grocery store the other day, had a cart full of stuff. I was in a line looking at it all and thought, since I live by myself, it's all for me. So that means I'm going to shit a lot, all this out. That's a lot of shit. Does he do you get a blue wrench? Does he get a blue wrench? I know you join me a lot, Fuzzy. I recognize. You join me a lot, Fuzzy. So we got how many? That's we only got 2 votes. We need somebody else to weigh in. Somebody else weigh in. Is Fuzzy getting a mod? Is Fuzzy getting a mod? Yeah, I mean it is logical. It is logical. Just on how logical that comment was, I'll give you a mod. You get a mod, Fuzzy. Just don't go crazy deleting everybody's comments, man. Lone Star Auto, yes, you um where do you buy KTC from? You can buy KTC from if you go to frankstools.com. I'll put it in here. Whoa, not even typing. If you go to that website, you can buy KTC from there. In the case of knee pros, you can buy knee pros directly from the website, and they will ship worldwide. So if you want knee pro stuff, you can go directly to kneepros.net and buy that stuff if you would like. Yeah, Lone Star, you join me a lot. You definitely can get one. I want to see the link. Oh, you were talking about the. Oh yeah. Here you go. Yeah, Bob, I agree with that. Yeah, Jeremiah, it wouldn't even if you go to the beginning of this once it's done, if you look at the very beginning of this, like literally the first few seconds of this video, you'll see it wasn't even showing me that my own live stream was there. So I have no no clue why it doesn't notify people when stuff happens. Yeah, it went on for like a good like five, like, no, I don't want to say 5 minutes. I think it was like 2 minutes. I was trying to find my own live stream when I went live, and it just would not tell me that show on my. I had to close out of my whole web browser and then come back up, and that's the only way it would show me I was live. What's up, Frankie M? What's going on? What's going on? Chris Jones says, check out Williams. Same as most Blue Point, half the cost. Yeah. The thing with Williams is it's if it has all numbers, it's foreign made. If it has letters and numbers, it's American made. Frank Stools. Yeah, Bob Kinsley, you're right. You gotta click the little bell to get notified, I guess, of about channels and stuff. Beer Studs here. Hey, what's going on, man? Frankie M. Me? I have the engineers. I don't need the vampires. I already got a pair. MD Lee, I'm telling you, I was not trying to like antagonize RJ at all. I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a ton of Japanese brands. So, you know what I'm saying? If he started offering a ton of Japanese brands, I'd be all over it. I'd be like, oh, he got this from this place. He got this from this place. I would be all over that. You know how many different pair of pliers, like different plier companies there are? Crazy. Huh. Are those torque adapters also? What's on the other end of it? I'm telling you, man, if RJ would join me, everything would be fine. You know what I'm saying? All I was saying is that engineer makes these, Vampire sells them. Okay? Now, the thing is, there's no warranty statement on the engineers. So that begs the question, what is the warranty? And if you're going to, try to email them, you're going to be, emailing someone who speaks Japanese. So I don't know how far you'll get with trying to get a warranty from engineer when they don't even speak your language and don't even offer a warranty statement. So even though the vampires are more expensive, at least they speak English. You know that. You can contact their customer service and they have a very clear warranty statement. So that's what I was saying in my video, that there's clearly a value there because, for one, actually, no, I was going to say the tools are already here in America, but in the case of engineer, the if you get them from Amazon, they're in America as well. So I got mine in like a day. Yeah, Beer Stud. I don't know why a lot of people don't like channel lock, or I don't want to say a lot of people don't choose channel lock as their pliers. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of Napa reviews of pliers. You see a lot of Snap-on reviews of pliers. You see Cornwell reviews of pliers and Matco reviews of pliers. But what about Channel Lock? Channel Lock has been there the whole time, making tools, selling quality pliers. They even sell some of them at Home Depot. What? Why aren't people jumping all over that? It's a little weird. Let's see. Huh. Oh, yeah, okay. I see what those are also. Huh. Now, what could you think of that would be useful for? 48 bucks. Yeah, yeah. That may be true, but like when it comes to like the construction industry, but man, mechanics, where you at? Yeah, why is that? Why do they have to, be for a specific thing? Now, Channel Lock, yeah, Tom Gunn, Channel Lock is made Meadville, PA, actually. But why do they have a reputation with plumbing and construction? Why can't they be for mechanics? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't people going out and looking to go, oh, I'm gonna use these Channel Locks. Why would I buy these pliers from X brand when Channel Locks right here been making American pliers in America for the longest time? Yeah, Lone Star, that's right. Channel Lock actually makes pliers for Cornwell. So I don't see why mechanics can't take a look at Channel Lock more often. I got a pair of Channel Locks. I think I only have one pair. Yeah. But like I think that the confusion is with the name, you know what I'm saying? Because when you say Channel Lock, you think of the slipping the groove, tongue and groove pliers. You know what I'm saying? They make so much more than that. So much more. You know? Yeah, yeah. And they even make hose clamp pliers. Like the ones Justin Dow have with the orange handles. I'm pretty sure those are made by Channel Lock. I found the same exact pair. Yeah, same as Tecton's wild pliers. Like if Tecton don't have a USA plant, they're rebranding stuff. And if you can, and these companies, it's not like these companies. The only company that is only a private label I know of is Western Forge. So companies like Wild and Pro America and Channel Lock, they will sell you the same thing. Chris Jones, they may be Western Forge pliers. Now that may be a different thing, but Tecton, I'll tell you right now, they're buying those pliers from an American company. They're not making them per se. The USA ones. Yeah, right in Meadville, PA. Now, don't forget that Western Forge is another plier maker, but they don't generally have direct sales of their products. Bob Kinsley, that is super cheap for some Blue Point wrenches. Yeah, that's crazy cheap. Pro Grip Pliers. Who's that? Who is who? All right, Coldens. We'll see you. We'll see you in the next one, man. Before you go, I'm gonna go ahead and add moderator, man. Rebranded. Chris Jones, there are versions of Tecton pliers that are USA made. Not all of them are USA made, but certain pliers from Tecton are USA made. Now, I don't know if they're doing like a little switch swaparoo where they first came out with USA made stuff and then switching it all to Taiwan to have better profit margins, but some of the Tecton pliers are USA made. I don't know, MD Lee. I seen a couple videos about I don't know how to say that though. Wiss or Weiss? Beer stuff. That's what I think of when I hear Pro Grip as well. But Wiss or Weiss, I haven't heard great things about those in particular, if you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a Austrian brand called Stubai. I forget, someone told me about them, but they got a video. Yeah, I think they have a video comparing like other sheet metal cutters, and their snips they say their snips are a lot better than any other snips. I wish I'll find a video. Actually, I'll go ahead and buy some of the Stubais and get some of the Wiss and do a little comparison. Maybe I'll do that and see, because I've seen a couple videos that didn't have good, things to say about Wiss or Weiss. Tom Gunn, who makes the Craftsman black handle pliers? They are made by Western Forge. Fuzzy, yeah, I would be doing that. I would definitely be doing that. Like, if a tiger bone had more, you know what I'm saying, more denser marrow, and it became sharp and it stays sharp for longer, I'd be like, you guys got to get on this tiger. You got to kill a tiger. And I know it's hard to kill a tiger, you know what I'm saying, but you can't be out here making knives out of these chicken bones because they're weak. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would definitely be doing. Lone Star. It would be which bone is stronger, saber or mammoth? Who, Bob? They let me take the biggest Craftsman channel locks for the Robo grips. They said made in USA, like a trade. You traded Craftsman channel locks for Robo grips. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you could get like a Tyrex bone and sharpen it, and that thing stays sharp, or a Tyrex hip, and they might make the best hammers. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You have to test that out, and you have to, you know what I'm saying, let people know. That's probably how it all started. That's probably how it all started. I'm telling you, they probably killed one of them down. I know I'm getting a little bit of history mixed up here, but just say the dinosaur. You got the dinosaur bone. You know what I'm saying? This thing is dense. It's heavy. You smack something, it doesn't even chip. You take like a turkey bone. You smack something, and it's like, damn, that thing just shattered. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike Swindell. I will keep up the good work. Thanks to have. It's nice to have you, man. Nice to have you. I bought the Sunex three-piece hose plier set other day. Impressed. I got more than I was expected. I the only time I will buy from Sunex anymore is their impact stuff, and uh uh that's because I don't have like faith in Sunex anymore, because I actually broke a Sunex impact socket. But I don't even their chrome tools I really dislike. It's like they're like, I have the stubbies and I have the angle wrenches. Now they're both only marked in one place, and I like the my wrenches to be, marked in two places and on both sides. So you see here, you got 8 millimeter, you got it here, and you got it here, or 9 millimeter, and then you flip it over, it's on both sides as well. And the Sunex, they're only marked in one spot. So the way I set my tools in the box is like this, and they're set on a magnetic rail like that. So when I see them, they're like that, and I have to lift, either side of the Sunexes to see. I can't just, flick through them and take a look at the size like I would any other wrenches. So I don't like the angle wrenches for that, and the stubbies are like too stubby, and they have the syndrome that I was showing earlier in this video, where the heads are like super thick right here in this cross section, because they're Chinese wrenches. So I have Harbor Freight impacts. My 3/8 impacts, metric and SAE, or Harbor Freight, and they work. The problem with the Harbor Freight stuff is a lot of people don't, pay attention too much to this small little detail. Is that I'm gonna try to get this in focus a little bit for you. But if you see there, you see how the opening is like countersunk, where they have taken, in contrast, you see how it's not countersunk on that side. On the Harbor Freight sockets, the countersinking is like too deep. And that's the issue you have. So you run into a little slip. You run into a little slippage when you don't get it like completely on there, if you get what I'm saying. Now, for a comparison, if I showed you my USA impacts from Cobalt, they're not that deep. So that's the only issue that there is or could be said about Harbor Freight impact sockets, is that the countersinking is a little on the deep side. And once you deepen it out so much, and if your nut is up against a surface, which most of them are, you got your socket, then you have your nut, which is not even in as much contact as you can on the nut, then you have issues sometimes. So you have to get Harbor Freight sockets like more, like deeper against the bolt. That's what I found in my personal experience with the Harbor Freight impacts. Getting a little warm in here, man. Trying to read you guys' comments here. Yeah, I mean, the impacts, they're good. They last long. I don't know about the tolerances of the tolerances of the sockets at all. I don't know what the tolerances really are inside the sockets, but the only problem I've had with them is that the countersinking is a little too deep. That's it. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Bob says, do you know who makes Craftsman Pro wrenches? I'm liking them. I do not. I have not been in a Craftsman in a long time, but I'm sure if I took a look at them, I would probably know if they're American made or not. That could be another clue. I have Craftsman Pro wrenches and they're Chinese. So, yeah, they're my SAE set is Chinese. And they're the full polish Craftsman Professional Chinese. Now, the older Craftsman Professional wrenches, some were made by Danaher, some were made by, I think, Eastco. Don't quote me on that one, but I know Armstrong, Danaher, and SK did make some at one point. But, those are new old stock if you find any of them USA made. Like the USA made SK, you'll notice it. You'll see the head here is like, I don't have a wrench like that, but it's more They have less of an angle from the actual head to the beam. What else do I got here? I got something. I'm gonna show you guys something. Now I got a little. I know this video says wrenches, but I got something to show you guys. Yeah, I actually have a Blue Hawk magnetic tray. John Erickson. Now, I have a very good answer for this. Mechanics time savers. I love Mechanics time savers. I love them. Twist lock, because I'm a field service tech and I get in and out of my service van. What's up, Garrett Arney? But I get in and out of my service van a lot. So I have to have a socket rail that actually holds, like locks my sockets. So when I drop them, they don't go flying everywhere because I'm so in and out of my service van. So Mechanics Time Savers is absolutely my favorite socket organization method. But I'll be right back. I gotta grab something. All right, so unless you guys have any more questions, I'm gonna show you this stuff real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off of here. It's getting pretty late. It's almost 10:30 right now. But these are Japanese. Now I seen these and I had to have them. I don't know why. I just had to have them. Now, I talked about this brand before, and they're one of my earlier videos. I have a video of them. Not quite what I do currently, that video, but they're made by Tone. Okay, that's how you say it, I believe. And they are socket 3H drive Phillips bits, and I have one 3H drive slotted bit here, and they are nice as nice can be. I'm telling you. So I have the Phillips 2, I have the Phillips 3, and I have the Phillips 4. So these are pretty awesome. They got a little weird way of locking these in here. If I can actually reach it. I can't reach it on that one. I can probably reach this one. You got to push this tab and then twist. And then yank it out. But these are nice. Let me get that in the frame here so I can focus maybe. Yeah, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Phillips 4, completely chrome, even a bit. Now I don't know how well that's going to grab a Phillips fastener because of how slippery chrome is. So I don't really know how well that's going to work, but they look nice. Bob Kinsley, yes, me as well. Actually, I feel the same way about Phillips too. Phillips and slotted screws should not exist. at all. Yeah, 9.5 millimeter. That's what they call it in other, you know, because they it's 3H drive, but that's what they call it in other, like Japan and Germany. If it's a 3H drive, they'll call it a 9.5 millimeter. And it's the same thing. It's 3H drive, but that's what they say. But I got four bits here, and I'm going to be putting these to use. I'm going to throw them in my service van and see how well they'll work. Now this slotted one is a little weird. If you can see, yeah, see how it's got that little taper right there at the end of the bit. Little strange, but yeah. Still, now what's strange is also is that all of these are like satin, but this 4 over here is, oh, come on. There we go. This 4, these 3 are satin, but the Phillips 4 is a chrome. I already showed that one, but these 3 are satin and have knurling right here. So I don't know if these are like older, new old stock or whatever, but this doesn't have the knurling like that does. I don't know. What would you, I don't even know what I would use these on. I just thought they would be useful one day. You know what I'm saying? Phillips 2, Phillips 3, Phillips 4, and a slotted 4-piece set. I think it was only, I think they were like $6 a piece. The fastener I would choose, honestly, I don't know. I would just prefer it be a cap screw. Seriously, if you just forget about Phillips and slotted stuff, just give me a cap screw. Square drive, you Canadian also, or square, yeah, the Robertson stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Technically, shouldn't it be like a triangle? Because the triangle is like a pretty strong shape, right? And I mean, in architecture, that's what they use primarily is triangles, right? So shouldn't we have a triangular drive and fastener type? Wouldn't that be stronger than other stuff? What's going on, Harley Adam? I still got 36 of you guys watching me, man. Thank you. Thank you. And 47 likes. Oh my God. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I'm telling you. Don't let anybody tell you guys differently that you're not doing enough for this YouTube community. You guys are great. So yeah, I guess that's I guess I showed you guys a little Japanese haul here. Yeah, I see, you know what I'm saying? I could think I don't even know what word I was going to say right there. Philosophical. I could think philosophical too, Fuzzy Wuzzy. You know what I'm saying? if a triangle is strong, the strongest shape in geometry, why aren't we using that as a fastener? Doesn't make sense. Not, I don't know. I don't know. No, Jeremiah, you guys are the best. You guys, support this community like no other. I mean, you guys hang out with us and comment religiously. It's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want to buy more sets of tools neither. So I think it's time to stop. They went a little too far with the more torque stuff, and I just think it's unnecessary. You could say what you want about how the fastener. It's all. Ah. Oh, that's funny. They would lose too much money because bits wouldn't wear out. That may be true. That may be true. But there are more fastener types that they just aren't prevalent in our, fields. You know what I'm saying? I ran across a Japanese fastener. It was what do they call it? Uh, it was a 5-point. So like a Torx, but only 5. I think they call it a pentalobe. Yeah, pentalobe is what they call it. And it was on a Japanese regulator, a Japanese LPG regulator. So I couldn't even take the thing apart because it had 2 pentalobe screws on it. The other ones were Torx, security Torx at that. But then they had this pentalobe stuff on it, and I was irritated, to say the least. Yeah, yeah, they still do. It was irritating to need those. Yeah, I did actually have the vampires, but they were not with me. So I had them in here because I bought them 6 months ago and just did a review yesterday. So you may be right, Bob. You may be right. Maybe somebody on the West Coast, maybe someone on the West Coast invented all these fasteners. I don't know, because all the major car brands are prevalent in Detroit, so that's at least not West Coast. I'd say that's Midwest, huh? But yeah, they use pentalobes in iPhones, but like these pentalobes were like, yeah, like that big around. They were like that big around. So it needed a pretty big pentalobe, and it was annoying as all hell. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these KTC wrenches. I might put these downstairs in my little tool collection, but they're new. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'll take them to work. They look pretty nice, have a satin finish. I'll be putting these. I don't know. I don't know, but I will be putting these uh, in my service van. And should I ever need some socketed bits, I'll pull these out and give it a whirl. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that would be a solution there. I told her after messing with it for like half an hour, I gave up on that. I just rebuilt the other half of it. You know what I'm saying? And it worked fine. So I was like, screw it. I won't even take that side apart. I cleaned it out pretty good, but it is what it is. Let's see. Oh, wow. I've had 262 of you guys join me. That's what I'm saying. You guys are awesome. So, really quickly, we're going to talk about tomorrow. I think I'm going to be uploading a video. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I got most of the video shot, and I just got to edit it together and, you know, post it up for you guys. So that will be Friday. That will be the Friday, and that will conclude Blitz Week for me. If you notice, this is the 4th day. I've never done this before. 4 days in a row I've had videos. So just be on the lookout for that. See, now this disappeared again. So yeah, it's approaching 10:45, and I think I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you check out, you know, all of my buds channels. I left their link in the description of this video, and you know, I'll see you guys in the next one. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, I should be seeing you tomorrow in the next one, and we'll see you later. Peace.